Hello everybody, Iain Robson here for an episode of Idaho. Alright, we got what's going on today. First of all, I finished spraying that field over there, and I just filled it up back up just a couple minutes ago. So, I don't think we have any other fields that are ready to be sprayed or anything like that, so I'm just going to leave the sprayer here for the time being. I'll park it in one of the sheds over here. And so we're going to do a little bit of fertilizing today, but not with this guy. Alright. There we go. What we're going to do is... what tractors do I have available? I could use this guy, I guess. Yeah, I guess we could use this guy. Alright, so we're going to spread a little bit of slurry today because we have a little bit of slurry all over the place. And we're going to pick up, not that, although that does work really well, but I just don't like it. We're going to pick up this guy, I think. And this guy is just a beast. In terms of slurry, I think this is the biggest I've seen. It spreads 30 meters worth of slurry, which is awesome, but also you go through 30 meters worth of slurry. So we're going to go ahead and buy that guy right there. And let's go ahead and just get them to deliver it because, of course, driving on the road is just crazy. So those people have never seen this. I've actually used this before, but I've never actually found something that I liked better than this. I like the way this looks. I like the way it functions, so I can't complain too much about that. But this is the Garant professional slurry spreader, basically, with lightweight aluminum on it. That looks pretty good. It's got some good little animations. Let's take the brake off here. We are going to need to cultivate things at some point, but at the moment, probably not. So this looks just ridiculous behind this, actually. Let's just take a look. Maybe she's look a bit bigger then. Oh my goodness. It looks so tiny. Okay, we're not going to use this. Although it does pull it perfectly fine, it just looks a little bit silly just because it's just so big. Where is this guy here? So we'll move this guy back to our main farm. The reason why I like it is because it does do 30 meters worth. We're pretty close anyways, so what's going to be the fastest way to get back? Oops. Probably this way, I guess. We use this on it, I suppose. You probably don't need something that quite this big on it. From what I understand, that particular... I've actually seen one of those, not in real life, but I've checked it out on YouTube before. And I've seen some of the I think it was a John Deere, maybe 7000 series, something like that, so 78 something. Still pretty powerful, but some people pointed out that's not always the horsepower. Sometimes it is the weight, and I don't know if that homemade tractor would have enough weight behind it in comparison to this guy, so I figured we might as well change it up a little bit. Although it does look kind of funny now having a I guess that's as good as place any. It does look kind of funny having green and red together, but yeah, it works. Alright, so let's grab this guy here. So I only have $8,000 at the moment, so what we're going to do, I guess, is... Let me just get this guy hooked up here. There, that doesn't look so silly. Maybe it does. Let's get this guy going here. Don't know what his problem is, but... It's funny, I told these guys to go on the right side, but they still don't listen. There we go. 2870s in traffic? Oh, he's just chilling out there. Okay, that's fine. Anyways, what I will do, though, is, while I'm thinking about it, is... No. This guy right here. I'll get this guy selling some barley, because we do have a lot of barley. And the price of barley has not tanked a lot. Where is it here? Oats, potatoes, slurry, soybeans, sugar beets, wheat. We don't have any wheat to sell. So barley this is a pretty high price, actually. We have $333 per ton. So we're going to get this guy selling some barley. Sell train depot Animo or depot. I don't think I have... Yeah. I don't know. Sell hay, train... Oh, that's fine. So we'll get this guy set up. Let's just start filling him. And... Tarp open, tarp closed. There, that's better. So we'll get this guy going back and forth, and that'll give us a little bit of influx of money, and hopefully we'll get enough money to get a couple other things we're going to need in order to use this system that we're going to start using. There we go. He should be fine by himself now. And let's head back to this guy. Alright, so, where are we here? We're at the main farm, and currently we don't have any slurry here at the main farm. Although we do have some at the BGA, so we're going to go and head over there. Ideally, I wouldn't have to drive this to the BGA. Now, hopefully in the near future I won't. But this will at least get us started in this scenario. Now, the funny thing is, I realized that I seeded field 13 to field 1 already. So I can't actually spread slurry on those fields, which is silly, because you have to cultivate it in for it to take effect. And 7 and 8 are already in, we've already planted there. But actually, we could do 35. Yeah, let's go do it 35. That's way closer. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just took out the sign there. So let's do 35, because 35 has been plowed already. So we can go ahead and spread a little bit of slurry. I should have gotten something to spread solid manure too, actually, now that I think about it. Because I think we have, yeah, our animal farms are collecting their slurry and manure, so... Yeah, but this thing is just a monster. Like, I remember seeing it in the YouTube video, and it really is this big. It's got, you know, the 4 axles, like, I think you can do some crazy stuff with it, if memory serves. You can change the application so you can make it less or more. You can also make it so it does crab style. You can make it so they all turn, so when I turn right now they should all turn. You can also do numpad 5. Am I on the numpad? Oops, that was the turn I wanted. But you can do quite a few things with it. Which makes it a really nice particular slurry spreader, because you can do, well, either I back up into it apparently, or I just hit that post. Alright, whatever. But yeah, you can make it into a tire or crab style. I forget which one it is now. It's a 4. Maximum 6. You can change how much you put down. You can have the rear view on or off. It's a really nice trailer. I haven't found too many other ones that are like this, that are this kind of cool. This was actually, I think this comes with more than just this. It's actually meant to see this little nozzle right here. That's meant to work alongside it as well, so you can actually I think, can I do it with this? Yeah, so you can see it moving up and down there, and that's meant to work with another trailer. I'm not going to use that. I guess, like, no, it just takes, honestly, it takes a lot longer just to get the thing lined up than anything else. So in that regard, it's really not worth trying to use it, but it is kind of cool if you like, you know, intricate systems and whatnot. So I haven't used it much. Well, apparently he missed a little bit there. I haven't used it much in that way, just because it does take just more time than it's really worth, but it is cool to watch still when you get it working. So like that little arm goes down into like this other part of the trailer, and then it sucks out the slurry from it. It's kind of interesting nonetheless. This is becoming our workhorse now. Is that all the money that guy made? Really? 24,000? No, that's not that much. I was hoping for more. Anyways, where's this guy doing? He is in the way. Anyways, so what we're going to do is going to use a slurry from over on... So right now we have a little bit of slurry. Actually, not that much. That's kind of surprising. 95,000 liters and 62,000 liters worth. I thought we had a lot more slurry here, but I guess we don't. At the BGA, we do have more slurry as well, so that's always an option as well. Someone wanted me to use the nurse tanker system. On this map, I think I mentioned this before, that'd be a little small. The amount of times I have to go back and forth would just be more than it's worth. So this is a nicer setup, in my opinion, at least. It's funny, the other day I just realized that we're actually at episode, I think it was 30. This will be like 31 now. It's crazy how many episodes we've done already. Nope, it's the other side. I thought it was this side. Guess it's not. Oh, there it is. Now you should be able to fill this up straight from here. There we go. And I believe this thing holds 32,000 liters. And the cool thing is it actually has a little fill level right there. It's filling up with liquid poo, as some people might call it. But it takes quite a bit. Anyway, let's check on these guys while we're at it. How are they doing? Not too bad. How is our Kenworth? He's coming back at the moment. Making his way back. And let's hop into this guy. So while I'm just chilling out, let's go and sell a couple loads of silage here. And I should probably blanket the other bunker there. Oops. I gotta be careful of that. I don't understand why this reacts so badly to that little bump. It really shouldn't, but it definitely does. Oh well. And I think we'll blanket that silo first before I do anything else. Just so I don't forget about it, because right now it's full. I actually had to change over the unloading of the on field, whatever field they're on, 36 I guess, because it's filled up. It was actually I didn't realize it filled up so quickly, but oh well. So this will give us a nice little bit of liquid slurry as well, which will allow us to capitalize a bit more on the soil mod in this system, because when you have liquid slurry, you actually get more yield out of it. So by getting more yield, we'll get more money, etc., basically. So I feel like this thing's not that heavy. Maybe it would take this much, I don't know. I guess I'm used to some of the other front loaders. Some of the other ones, you know, you can, go over it once and it's fine, basically. Not in this one, at least. It'd be pretty terrible at flattening this. But yeah, check out the system over here. So watch the John Deere over there. See what he does. So this is different about the new courseplay as opposed to the old one. The old one used to just do parts of it, and this one does. It goes up and down the whole. Well, it goes down the whole length and slowly deposits some of the chaff, which is really nice. So the back half's open. There, he's actually on the pile now. He'll drop a little bit, like that. Then he'll stop, and then drop some more and stop. It's interesting how they change that up. It makes sense though, because what happened previously is you get like a big pile, and then with that big pile, you would not be able to get over it basically. So it created a bit of a problem sometimes if you're trying to unload into it. Oh my goodness. You always forget how long this takes. But if I don't do it now, I'm definitely going to forget about it. That's always the problem. So see, he's still dropping a little bit there. And I thought it was I thought they weren't working properly when I first set that system up. But now that I realize how it does it, it actually works. So, but that's probably with the most recent update of the developer version of Courseplay, which is 0.0512. I don't know if the previous versions had that. Look at that. I don't know why this can do wheelies so easily. I guess I was going 30 kilometers an hour. That must have been part of the reason why, at least. Anyway, so yeah, that's how that system works, and that, of course, gets stuck every now and then, just because the style, I guess, of that particular tractor, I don't know. Sometimes you gotta take control of it and move it a little bit and it's fine, but other times, no problem. Oh, come on, 99%. Oh my goodness. Hurry up. It's gonna make me drive all the way to the back. Yep. Just as I suspected. Alright. Let's move this guy out of the way. Over here seems like a good place as any. There we go. And let's move this guy. Yeah, so for whatever reason, this guy gets stuck. Just didn't last a little bit there. Sometimes. Then you send him on his way and he's fine. I don't understand. Alright, this guy's full. Excellent. So as you can see, this is meters cubed per hectare, so that's how much you're spreading. So when you change the system up in here, that'll changes how much you're actually spreading, so you're actually spreading a bit less. I don't know, I don't think that affects the soil mod at all, but it definitely would in real life. I don't know how fast I can go with this. I want to say it's 20 kilometers. And as I mentioned, this thing is pretty big. We're actually going to need to cultivate over it again. Alright, what's going to be the best way to do this? Get lined up, I guess, first. Alright, so now it's unfolding. It has a nice little slow animation for unfolding. Some of them, I think for closing, it's actually pretty quick, but for opening, it's slow. But look at the size of this thing. Like, you're not going to find too many other slurry spreaders that are this big. Well, I haven't found any. There may be some out there, like mods-wise. I know there was a Amazon Condor that was modded to be able to spread slurry, but it's actually a sprayer, not a slurry spreader like this. Alright, there we go. We don't want any offset. I don't know why it wants to give me an offset. Let's line it up. There we go, nice. And this does have the, can't even zoom back far enough. It does have the system for, I forget what it's called now, the manure lime mod. And as you can see down here, it shows you how many meters per hectare you're spreading. And so right now I'm on the low end. I don't know if it actually is going to make a difference or not. I should. So right now I'm on the low setting, so I can change it up to a higher setting. And as you can see, we use more slurry, but we also are spreading more per hectare. That's how they have it set up, at least, which is a really cool little system. And if you want to, you can change it so it is in crab mode or anything like that. I'm not going to, because I like it in this particular mode. So, just my particular preference, I guess. But as you can see, you do use a lot of slurry. Like, we've done one pass and we've basically used all of the slurry already. But it's a big field, right? So I'm gonna have to turn here. There we go. But it does work fairly well. It's one of my, well, my preferred slurry spreader, I guess. At least. Probably not everybody's, but I think also if you speed up or slow down, I think, let's just try that. So if I speed up, yeah, so we can do it at 30 kilometers an hour. I think it would be the max speed, according to what I'm seeing here. You probably wouldn't spread quite that fast. That's my guess, at least. But it doesn't seem to matter. Like, if you go slower, you appear to be spreading the same amount in comparison to going faster. Like, am I using more? I don't know. Doesn't appear to be. Look at that. Didn't even, almost got a whole pass. So as you can see, it has a nice little close animation. I don't know. I really like this thing. Alright, let's go grab some more. We're actually definitely not going to have enough. Yeah. Because from this one tank over here... Whoa, 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 whoa. From this one tank over here, we basically... 2 loads is going to take the whole... use all of it, basically. So I'll have to go double check to see what the level at the BJ is, because it's going to be... we're going to need it. There we go. And this guy, I imagine, is just sitting here. And indeed he is. It's the one down follow. I don't know why this one does it. Like, if I don't stay in this truck, it won't load it. But if I go to the other one, as long as I start the loading process, no problem. It'll just go away on itself. But this one I have to sit in the truck for it to get loaded, which is not terrible, I guess. How are these guys doing? They're still having problems, apparently. Is he gonna catch up to us? No. Apparently he's not gonna be close enough still. There we go. Excellent. This guy's doing his thing. This guy's still filling up. As you can see, it's a pretty big tank. And what you can do is, you can use, not this one, but something like this. So what you can do as system is, you can fill this up with the field edge, and then you can take your Garant Profi VQ 32000 and take it and fill it up from there as well, if you want to. But this is the one I'm aiming for, this guy, and not this tank specifically, because this one actually works with the Zune hammer system. But the one we're looking for is in miscellaneous, if memory serves. Where is it here? All the way down the bottom. Nope. This Crasort Field Edge container. We can buy it right now, and it holds 55,000 liters of liquid slurry. So what you're going to do is you just plunk it down on the edge of the field, and you can just fill it up from there, which is kind of cool. This guy's doing his thing. Good. So what we're going to do is we're going to eventually get that. Well, I can buy that container right now, and I can show you what it looks like. Where is it? Did I pass it? Yes. And if I grab this guy right here, we haven't used the Massey Ferguson very much. And that thing is still filling up, by the way. Just to give you an idea of how big it actually is. It's pretty large. So the idea behind what we're going to do right now is basically, instead of having to go back and forth to a big container, like, because where we have all our slurries, all the BGA basically, what we're trying to do here is basically, just so you don't have to drive our big slurry tanker all the way back to the farm all the time, so you can have it kind of like in the field area, so that's to do as little amount of driving as possible. And I'm sure it's the way you do it in real life as well, and that's probably because in real life moving that type of big equipment around on the road would be probably not very profitable, I guess would be the word, because you're just wasting time and money basically. And also that particular piece of machinery is, you know, $200,000 for it in the game probably isn't far off what it's like in real life. That's my guess, at least. And I forgot how far away the shop is. It's still pretty far. But I'll show you what this container looks like. Some people have probably seen this before, some people have never seen it. It really depends on, I don't know, it depends on how long you've been playing Farm Sim, I suppose. Or whether you like doing the slurry or just spread fertilizer all the time. Actually, don't we should check while we're just cruising by here. Let's check to see how much slurry we actually have in here. Because I'm pretty sure we have a good amount. 320,000. Yeah, that's a good amount. Probably not going to be crazy, not necessarily enough, but it'll be a good amount. So what I'll do is I'll show you the Cresort container, and we'll get this guy to drive it back to our farm, and then we'll go from there. I probably should feed the animals again, though, too, in the near future. Alright, so here we are back at the shop. Let's just grab this right here. So this is what the container looks like. Just a big box, essentially. And look, that's what it looks like. Nothing too fancy, just a green box. But what's really cool about it is the fact that it works with Courseplay, so it's considered a trigger with Courseplay, so you can actually... that's what it looks like on the inside. They did a pretty good job of actually. So it actually acts as like a trigger point, essentially, which is kind of neat, in my opinion, at least. So basically what I'm going to do with this is going to plunk it down in the corner and then just probably have a Courseplay going back and forth, and I can do the fertilizing myself. You can actually... I don't know where it's trying to go there. There we go. Let's grab this guy again. So he's not even full yet either. That's funny. So let's go and grab a little bit of slurry from the other. This is the actual beef cows, and there's still, we only have 10 ready still. It's because you can't really fast forward time with a soil mod. I think that's the reason why it takes a while. Because if you do fast forward time too much, you'll do what I did and forget that you need to... Actually, there is a way to fill it up faster. Is it... Yeah, I think that's what it is. So with a soil mod, you can't really fast forward time much because you'll end up wasting your fields, basically, so... Alright, we'll do one more pass with this, then I think we'll have to call it an episode. Alright, where were we here? So let's just line up here because we do need to get this thing lined up. Open up. It's funny, if I go this far and then turn around, basically. There we go. Actually, one of the nice things about this is that you can actually, these things aren't collidable, so if you happen to run into something, it's not the end of the world, which is a nice little feature. Sweet. As you can see, there's lots of controls. I don't fiddle with it too much, but oh, that's interesting. It doesn't say it's organic fertilizer. I wonder why. Must be because I haven't cultivated it or anything. That's my only guess, at least. Anyways, let's line up here once again, and we'll finish off the rest of this tank. And then we'll have to probably get started on supplying it with slurry, because it's going to just eat through it like there's no tomorrow. But it's funny, you think you'd have enough slurry, you know, based on the fact that we have pigs and cows. Apparently not. This guy's waiting here again, so let's fill him up. Again, you have to wait. Which is, you know, not the end of the world, but when you're trying to get something done. This guy's going to be in the way here. So let's just move him into this little yard right here. Like so. Excellent. Let's go back to this guy. See? If I walk away for a second, he stops loading. I don't understand the reason for it, but it happens. Alright. Here we go. Perfect. So now this has been plowed, now we can actually bring the cultivator over and cultivate it too, should we need to. I'm not sure if the amount of liquid manure we put on this is going to affect the soil mod at all. I don't think it will, but it's possible. but I'm not 100% on whether it will or not. So it looks like a... Whoa, 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 whoa. It looks like... Ah, that's what I did. I'm wasting a little bit here. Because I didn't set the width properly, it looks like. Yeah. It's not much overlap, apparently. Which is actually a lot when you go through this stuff this quickly, at least. Jeez. Anyways, I will finish this rest this off. I'll finish the rest of this off camera. And we'll come back next episode, I think. Maybe we'll continue it. We'll see what happens. We'll see how much time I have off camera. Anyways, that's it for today, folks. My name's Iain Robson. This has been Farming Simulator 2013, coming at you from Idaho. Catch you guys later.